On the next Cool Rob Show, special guest self-taught artist Brittany Erica stops by the Cool Rob Show to talk to Cool Rob about her beautiful creation of art. Brittany opens up to Cool Rob about her business, The Highest Mind. Brittany shares her journey to getting her master's degree in counseling psychology. Coming up next on season 4, episode 4 of the Cool Rob Show.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. It's your boy Cool Rob. Cool than the cool, cooler than the most, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Welcome back to another episode of the Cool Rob Show, live from the bullpen, y'all. Thank you so much for all love and support y'all been showing. Man, it's touching the soul. When the soul is touching beautiful things. Thank y'all. And keep it coming, because y'all are the reason why I keep pushing and keep going. All right. So keep the love and support coming. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All the love and support. Shout out to Movie Hood TV. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel. The dudes help me out so much behind the scenes. Please go to their channel, show them some love. Don't forget to subscribe to Cool Rob TV. All caps, leave comments, dislike, engagement. Please engage with me. Go down and below and leave comments because we're always looking for new people to come on the show. Want to hurry up and get all that out. Y'all see I got a special guest. Let me just tell you how I met and why we here. So I'm doing my research, y'all. So if y'all been following me, that word research always comes. I'm doing my research, trying to figure out who can I bring on the show, who can I interview, and I met Brittany Erica, and so I was very interested in I started reading her bio, and I said, this is very interesting. So I asked her, can she come on? She took time out of her day to come on the show, y'all. So ladies and gentlemen, introducing Miss Brittany Erica.
Hey.
What's going on? How you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. The job been killing me, all this work, but got it done. But like I said, I wasn't gonna miss this opportunity. So I'm here and I'm ready and I'm excited.
All right, much love. Thank you.
Much love to you. So like I always do, I always kind of give us some warm-up questions to get us started before we get into the topics we get ready to talk about. So first and foremost, how was your day today?
Whew, my day was cool. Working from home, quarantine part like 3,000. So trying to really manage working from home in one space. So, but today was pretty chill. I did some work and then I pretty much took a nap. So that's how my day went.
Okay, cool. I see that beautiful artwork in the back. We're gonna talk about that in a second. So 3 things about Erica. Just tell the viewers, tell me 3 things about Erica, something we don't know
about. First thing is I am a documentary junkie. A lot of people don't know that. I really like watching I guess social justice documentaries. I would sit literally all day. If I had the perfect world, I would sit all day and watch documentaries and paint. That's pretty much what I would do. So that's one thing. What else? Oh, I used to, before quarantine, used to do reenacting. As far as historical figures that's local. The first one I did was Lear Green, who was she escaped by nailing herself to an actual box before Henry Box Brown. And want to go ship to be with her fiance. And I was actually in a little box in an exhibit for 3.5 hours. So I like to do that on my spare time. Like I said, unfortunately, quarantine or Miss Corona has messed that up a little bit, but hopefully I get back to it. And lastly, that's a good one. Yoga has been my best friend lately. I'm gonna just put it like that. I'm into that. At that, yoga has been my best friend. YouTube and yoga, great combination right there. So.
Well, YouTube is the most one of the most viewed content all over the world. I'm a YouTuber
Yes.
and I love YouTube. Like I don't even watch regular TV. I just go to YouTube. As soon as I cut the TV on, YouTube.
Yeah, that's the move. YouTube and Netflix a little bit, but I feel like watch YouTube a tad bit.
I ain't really a movies person. I ain't really get into the Netflix. When I have somebody over and might watch a movie or two, something like that. But never really got into the Netflix. But it's interesting. Something you said I wanted to ask you. You say you love documentaries, right? Where did that come from? Like, where did that start?
I don't know. I think because I'm such like I think it was mainly because I'm a history buff when it comes to African American history. And so there is some documentaries out there that really does depict some of the things that we don't know about our history. And we're going beyond, Martin Luther King, we're talking about the freedom riders, and it's just a lot that we have. So I think that's how it started. And then I started seeing things going on as far as like, people living with addictions or living with other circumstances. And it just spiraled on to where my mom's just like calling me like, Brittany, I know you saw this documentary already, so let me know how it was before I see it. So I'm kind of like a review person or a critic, as you can say, when it comes to the documentaries.
Do you like sports documentaries?
Yes, I do. I'm actually a big football fan. Of course, Baltimore Ravens is my team, so just gonna say, Lamar, shout out.
Shout out to the Ravens, y'all.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I do watch that. I did watch The Last Dance. That was, oh my gosh, that's my top 5 right now.
Mm-mm. Okay, cool. What about 30 for 30? You like 30 for 30? ESPN 30 for 30?
Yeah, I watched one that was called Broke, where they talked about how some of like the basketball, football players who were like big kind of went through the path of financial troubles and where they're at now. So yes, I did watch a couple of them, but that's the one that stuck with me the most for some odd reason.
Okay, cool. As soon as we finish this show, I'm going to give you 3 30 for 30 documentaries you should check out.
All right. On it.
Let's do it. And one more question before we get into the topics. People all over the world come on the Cool Rob Show, and I ain't lying when I say this. I ain't jazzing it. Kentucky, New York, UK, Austin, Charlotte. So I think you just answered the question. Where are you currently located again?
I'm located in Baltimore City. So if you can't hear the accent, that's where I'm born and raised, Baltimore.
Shout out to B-More. Shout out to B-More, y'all. Thank you so much for all that beautiful info. Like I said, I read your bio. It was very interesting what I saw, and I'm ready to get started. You ready to get started?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get it. Here we go. Brittany, self-taught artist, right? So what do you mean, or what would you, if somebody asks you, like, what does that mean? What would you say? A self-taught artist.
That's a good question. The reason why I say self-taught is because art has always been a part of my life. My mom would say that when I was the age of 4, the doctor told me to draw me and my family, and I was drawing it down to where my dad had the hat on the side, just to give out that depiction of how much art has been in my life, really. And I know that some artists do go to school and they do it professionally, but due to certain things, I decided, not to go that route, but craft myself on my own, learn my own techniques on my own time, see how I can do this with this paint compared to this paint, etc. So that's really what I take down as self-taught. I taught myself how to make sure that this line looks like this.
Thank you so much for that. I like that. How long you been an artist?
So minus my little 4-year-old sketch or sketches my mom still has.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I've been an artist since 2016. That's when I started really branching out.
Okay. So I love asking this question when people come on the show. What inspired you? Like, what inspired you to be an artist?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think you say that.
Yeah, I know. It really is a good question. And I like getting that question because it's pretty much my brand. I like expressing myself, and art, I think for me personally, all forms of art has a great way of expressing creativity. I just grew closer to just painting and drawing. So I think what inspires me is the my confidence that I have now to actually showcase my art and the creativity of allowing myself to expand. If I decide to see like a empty canvas, I don't really have a goal in mind. I just let my mind just roll. I know that probably sounds so cliche, but that's literally what happens. And then I connect the dots so it can be connected and be complete.
Good stuff right there, Britt. Good stuff right there. Thank you so much. Moving on, Brittany is also a creator of, now I told you offline, I was going to forget, I did not say that? So
Yes.
let's work together. Brittany
Yes.
is the creator of
Do High Ease Mind.
The High Ease Mind, y'all. The High Ease Mind. So here we go. Can you tell us about the High Ease Mind?
Yeah, absolutely. So Duhai is it stands for peace in our Cherokee Native language. So I definitely wanted to incorporate a little bit of my background because I am Native American. You know how we got the whole, there's a lot of us who got Native American in it, so I'm trying to dig a little further to find that out. But I took this piece as this is a collection of endless definitions. I like to classify my art as abstract art. So basically, really, there's a little less definition and more as far as combination of things like mixed media, colors and etc. So that's really basically what my pieces are. I want the viewer to look at it, and if they come up with a definition of what they see, then that's what it is. And then if another viewer comes and they say something different, then that's what they see. It's all about what they see at the end of the day. I don't really want to have pretty much backstories about my particular pieces unless it's something specific, but that's basically what Duhai's Mind is. Art filled with endless possibilities and definitions.
Thank you so much for that. And my next question was, the High Ease Mind is an art collection with endless definitions. I think you explained it, but that was my next question.
No, I get it. It's really just because the reason why this all came about was basically because I lost a lot of hope in trying to do art. Like I said again, I wanted to do art professionally, but when I went through like middle school, through the art classes and sometimes college, they always had some form of structure that wasn't really it wasn't my style. The shoe looked this way and I drew it the other way, it was wrong. But that's maybe how I saw the shoe. So that goes for my motto. There's no requirement to art if you believe in your craft. So if I had to gain that knowledge up to, or that confidence rather, to really be like straightforward and be like, hey, this is what I believe is art. This is what I see compared to what everybody else sees. What's up? Type of thing. Come with that kind of like, no, what's good? This is what it is. If you like it, you like type of deal.
Stuff right there. Can you define endless definition?
No, absolutely. Endless definition, in my opinion, is a whole bunch of possibilities of what you can see. Like, picture back here, which you can probably see a little bit. Some people, and I can turn it just a bit, some people will see a little girl, just looking out of the door or something like that. That's one definition of what the art piece is. Somebody else may say, oh, she's like the flower girl who's about to walk down the aisle, just coming out with different type of scenarios from one masterpiece is really, truly what I want to accomplish in my art.
Good stuff right there. So how long has the High Ease Mind been out?
So it's been out. It's been out since 2016, but I really have been pushing the brand pretty much probably like 2018. And it's miraculously happened after a breakup. So it's kind of like motivation even more to keep going.
Sorry about the breakup.
No, it's okay.
So since 2016, the one memory, any fondest memory since the High Ease Mind, that one memory, like someone else asked you was talking about your art, but that one moment or that one memory you can think of, what would it be?
I think my one memory I would say is when I did my first show art case. That was back in, excuse me, I think it was back in 2017. I might be mixing up the times wrong. But it was with this company called Raw Artists. And it's a company that goes around all over the world and they help upcoming artists of all forms showcase their art. And I remember the day of my, me and my brother, he came down and he helped me set up my art. And I just was astonished with everybody who came in. It had to be at least about 5,000 people in there. And it was at downtown Baltimore at the Sound Stage, to be exact. So that moment was kind of big for me because, like, wow, people not other than my mom and my sister and all of them, there other people are really looking at my art and taking in what I see. And I remember one of the first questions were, what inspired you to do this? So that's why I like really enjoyed that question a lot, because it sparks up a lot of things about my brand, and it perks me up to make me feel like, okay, people are interested. So that was a very good night. I cherish that night like it happened yesterday. I wish it could happen even more, but that would be probably one of the best memories I can think of.
The stuff right there. My next question was to ask you what inspired you, but did you already answer that, or do you want to take another stab at it?
No, I can take another stab. Because there's so many things that inspire me. From, like I said, from an empty, like a plain canvas to just again being able to express myself. Overall, it's all about showing that one kid that was like me who wants to do art but is being discouraged because of what some people may say about their art, or their art is good enough but it's not good enough in a sense, or it's there but you need to tweak it a little bit, which takes the creativity out of that person. So it's really that's more like another inspiration for me is to show or be that product of, hey, I know you felt this way because I was there with you. Now let me show you how to do this in confident mode. It's okay to have something that looks a little different than everybody else, because that's what art is supposed to be. It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be unique, which is the two things my mom always said to me when I was younger. You're supposed to be unique and different, and that's what you're supposed to roll with. And that's really what motivates me and what inspires me to keep going, because I know there's other people out there that are really shy about showing their work, and they just don't have that motivation. It's like, I'm here.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for all that good info. Okay, so here's that pandemic question. Has the pandemic affected your art business, or just affected you, period, in doing your artwork?
I would say yes and no. Yes, because it confines me a little bit. Sometimes I like to go different places, like, DC is one of my favorite places to go to. Because that creativity, that the artistic style that's there is really refreshing. So sometimes I will go out there for certain events, and now that there's not a lot of things happening due to social distancing, you really I'm kind of constrained or refrain from looking at those things and getting that motivation, or and it's kind of discouraging and disheartening to see that. So that way, yes, it is affecting me. However, I think this, and I know people probably think this is crazy, I really think this happened for a reason. For some people, for, how people say the world needs to stop for 1 second so I can get myself together. The world literally just stopped. So what you doing? So for me, it really took time for me to say, you know what, I got to get this brand and keep pushing even further from where I'm at now. And one of the biggest things I have done was actually build a website. And that's something I was so scared to do, because I was like, I'll stay on social media. Y'all just gonna have to hit me up, DM me, type of thing. But now I have a website, And all because I sat down and the world stopped, and I took the time that the world is stopping to really ramp up things. So in a sense, it's helping, not helping.
Okay, cool. Maybe you can offline. You can talk to me and give me some tips and some pointers about, um, creating my own page.
Oh yeah, most
Because,
definitely.
like I said, because for me, the pandemic actually helped me out a whole lot. Because, like I said, I had started this in 2019, but I just kind of let it go. Right, I wasn't working with the right people. I wasn't motivated, et cetera, et cetera. I wasn't even thinking about doing this no more. I ain't gonna lie. I had a good run in 2019, so to speak, and that was that. And then, this pandemic hit, and then, and I credit my friends. They were like, yo, this is your time to shine right here. And so now we're here. Now you on the show.
No, yes, no. I'm glad you continue. We gotta keep that motivation going. I know it's hard for a lot of people, and due to, being confined and not able to really move like we used to. But you gotta keep it going. If you got dreams, make them come true. They're dreams for a reason. They're in your mind for a reason. So make it happen. I'm so glad you continue to keep going, for real.
Thank you so much for the words of encouragement here. Let's talk online so you can set me up.
Got you.
All right, cool. All right, so these two questions popped up in my head. Could you explain and tell the people about the two pieces of beautiful art you have behind you, starting with the one to the right, the red, green, and yellow?
Oh, okay. So this is actually this is a piece that this is my favorite piece. That's just off of that. So this is called Melatonin Spark. If this face looks a little familiar, it is my face. So basically, I wanted to put more definition into the as far as the background, more into and less into the skin, because I feel like sometimes you can put a lot of creativity in the skin or inside the lines, and it can take away from the background. So when I want not students, sorry, at work automatically, I want viewers to see just the background, and then as soon as you get to the background, bam, you see the actual face and features and stuff like that. So this was actually created, I think, around I want to say 2017. One of my proud pieces. I am debating on selling her. I'm not really sure if people feel comfortable with my face on their wall or anything. But yeah, this is one of my fine pieces, and she's been with me for a long run. She's kind of like what I look at when I start my next piece. So
right.
Definitely.
Okay, what about the next one?
Okay, the next one is actually, and I'm gonna actually bring her up a little bit.
Yeah, let's bring her on up.
So she is actually one of my popular demand sketches. So this is Little Miss Sunshine, and she's actually metallic. So you can see the gold. It's called Little Miss Sunshine 14 karat. Mm-hmm. And she's one of my actual, like I said, again, popular pieces. So Little Miss Sunshine came from a picture of me when I was younger. And I just took away, again, I focus less on the background this time and more into the inside of the actual figure. Right. And I wanted to bring out those things a little bit more and less on the background. She actually started as a digital sketch, and after the first art show that I did, she sold out, and people were like, she needs to be on a canvas. So since then, I probably did, I want to say, about 10 of these so far, and she just keeps selling. So she comes in different colors. it's like a little request, but this is just a real image of basically what I typically do when I say abstract or figurative art, as you say.
Thank you so much for all that beautiful info. Moving on, because like I said, you beat me to it, because that was the next thing I was getting ready to say. Brittany creates abstract, right?
Yes.
Figurative art with a twist of blackness. First, did I say it right?
Yes, I love how you said that. Oh gosh, yes.
I'm getting good, y'all. I'm getting good. I'm messing up words, stuttering person. I'm telling you. All right, so can you tell us about that?
So it really comes from, when we see as far as Black artists, a lot of people like to say they're abstract, but there's not a lot of, in my opinion, there's not a lot of publicity when it comes to abstract art, especially Black abstract artists. And so, and I say this because, when I'm on Instagram and I'm like using hashtags and I use Black abstract art, it's like, what, 250K, like 250K, compared to if you using the word art, you got 1.5 mil right there. So I like to say that because my abstract art has that twist of Blackness, I want to make sure that my pieces, or most of my pieces, have that touch of our culture. Pretty much our culture is awesome. Let's just put that down, hands down, period.
Right.
So let's make that more into how exotic we are as African Americans, again, as our culture is booming. So that's pretty much how I put it down. I put it down as abstract art with a twist of Blackness. And I keep saying it, but I love how you said that. That sounds dope.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's dope. The twist of Blackness. I love that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that. Moving on. Here we go. So, well, before we move on, what inspired you to create abstract figurative art?
So what did that for me is because when going, and it kind of goes back to the art classes. When you're in art class, you do learn the realistic art. You and some of my art people may know, they had like this set of like an orange or an apple and a shoe and something else, and you have every angle to draw it on your paper. You know, that's cool. I applaud anybody who can draw realistic. It's just not for me. I love taking something as far as an outline of something and making it my own. And abstract really does give you that opportunity to be as different as possible. So that's really what inspired me. The notation that you are taught a little bit about it. It's similar to like history. You're taught a little bit about Black history, but what about the other stuff? What about the other forms of, Black history of, people that we know beyond Martin Luther King and Malcolm X? So it's similar into the art. We know the realistic and the structure of it, but what other forms of art is out there? And abstract was something that I think I was only taught probably like one class, and that was it. So I was like, oh no. I always go for something that I'm only taught once and try to research on my own.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Like I say, you are rocking and rolling tonight, Britt. Thank you so much for all this beautiful info that you're sharing with me.
No problem.
See it. Moving on. So we actually down to pretty much our last few questions though, but we're gonna rock it though at the end. All right, here we go. So you work for a university.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Admissions recruiter.
Yes. I work for University Downtown, University of Maryland, Baltimore, specifically the School of Nursing as the graduate admissions recruiter.
There you go. There you go. All right, and Brittany's in the process of finishing up her master's, right?
Yes.
First of all, congratulations, master's. I hear that, master's. Counseling. Let me make sure I got it right. Counseling. Philosophy?
Psychology.
Psychology. See, I got it wrong, y'all. I got it wrong. I said philosophy, and it was psychology, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
First of all, congratulations again.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming.
So can you, first, I didn't even have this down. I just want to ask this question. Can you tell us what is it like chasing and going for a master's degree?
Whew. We can talk about this for days. But going for a master's degree, I'm telling you, to me is the fight to get to the next level. For me, my goal is to become a counselor, especially giving back to our Black community, because I know there's a lot of resources that are being lacked in that area when it comes to mental illness, and it needs to be coming from our people, and that's how I feel about it. And so that is my goal. But fighting for this master's degree, there's been times when I just was like, I don't know, I might have went for another degree, or maybe I should have stayed where I'm at. But it is really a learning experience, truly, because I always dreamt about going into higher education, in particular with psychology, and that pathway to getting there really helped me focus on what I really want to do in life. And there's been some ups, and there has been some downs. When I say downs, I'm saying it with a capital D. But it really shapes you as a person. For somebody like me who really came from, fighting her way through getting financial aid, paying for school by herself, and walking out in her bachelor's degree with no loans. And I think nothing but my mom for helping me out on that one too. But it's a real challenge. I am so happy it's almost over. Fall 2021, December. I will be hopefully walking across stage and getting my master's degree in counseling psychology.
Congratulations again. You are going to walk. All right, you're gonna walk across that stage. You're gonna receive your master's. So you keep fighting, beautiful sister. All right, never give up. Never give up. And never give up. I said psychology, y'all, and no, I say philosophy, and it's psychology, y'all. I got it wrong. All right, messed up.
It's all good. It's all good. Look, they got the same letters.
Right, so I'm talking about philosophy. What you talking about? Anyway, all right, y'all. So, Britt, before we get to our last words and shout outs and all that type of good stuff, one more time, can you tell us about counseling psychology?
Yeah, counseling psychology, it's the wave. It's needed. We as African Americans, there's again a lot of resources that are being lacked or being not told about for us to grow. And I feel as though mental illness is one of those things that I see, especially in my city of Baltimore, that needs to be addressed. And there first needs to be awareness, and then it needs to be addressed. And so therefore, counseling psychology, is nothing like seeing somebody who looks like you talk to and feel comfortable about talking to that person. And that's the route that I'm trying to go for. Like I said, counseling is really basically medicine. Talking is sometimes the medicine. Venting is like the medicine, other than, the medicine that they try to give you for certain things, but really trying to formulate that you can vent to me and everything gonna be all right. You don't gotta hold none of that in. You are who you are. I'm always talking about people reaching their highest potential. So it's on the rise. It really is. I see that in my school that I work for, School of Nursing. They have a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I can't tell you how many applications I have seen gone through that since I've been working there. I've been there for about to be 3 years in October. So it's on the rise, and everybody needs to know it's okay to talk about mental health. It really is.
Thank you so much for that. You know what? Let me ask you this, because I always ask this question. I'm gonna answer right now.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want you to come back on the show. And would you come back on the show, one, and two, maybe we could talk about mental health and whatever you want to.
I'm all down for it. Let me know. We can talk. We can schedule stuff. Definitely. That would be really good to have. I think that's a good conversation to have, especially around this time where, the pandemic is really holding on to a lot of people on a mental toll. So no, I'm down for it.
Okay, cool. All you gotta do is tell me your schedule next week and the time, and I'll rearrange my schedule and let's do it.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed everything that came out. all the information that you shared with us. I really appreciate you taking time out your night to come on the show.
No, I appreciate you doing your research. I'm glad that you found. It's so like, I guess it was nerve-wracking at first. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm being like, somebody asked to talk about me? What? Like, so I'm glad that you're using your platform for, not just me, for other people to really bring light into what they do in the community, because there's so many beautiful people who do beautiful things. So I appreciate you. Much love to you for doing this.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for those kind words. We are down to shout-outs. You got any shout-outs, Brittany? Take it away.
Let me see. I want to shout out my mom. So no. Yeah, I want to shout out my mom, my sister, my family, all my friends that have been supportive, people that, really been rocking with me since, I decided to come up with this. It's been nothing but like love and support. People in my school who's been talking about it and they've been trying to get paintings, definitely that's been acting. That's all the love is unconditional. That's really what it is. And like I said, if anybody, Instagram is Dohii Mine, DOHIYI Mine. Check out some pieces. Like I said, I'm moving and shaking now, so you gotta catch me because semester's about to come up, so I might slow down just a tad bit. So, but yeah, this is dope, and I want to shout out to you. I keep giving you motivation, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that you gotta have that for real. You need to keep knowing that you're doing the thing, doing it.
Once again, that means so much to me. You just don't know. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give you a virtual hug. I really appreciate it. I got a couple shout outs. Shout outs to all my subscribers out there. Thank you so much for showing love, supporting me. I say every video touches the soul when the soul touches beautiful things. Thank you so much. Shout out to my beautiful daughters, Raven and Nevaeh. When this video drops, if and when they see it, I love you so much. Shout out to my homegirl, Tierra G. Tierra G makes my mask. I don't have it. I don't know what the damn mask, and you must have got up and walked somewhere, but I don't have a mask right now, y'all. I can't do this. But she make my mask, and she made my first ever shirt, and she's going to make some more shirts. So thank you so much. Shout out to her. Now, I know you just said it, but I'm going to give you another chance. Where can they find you? Where can they subscribe to you? Where can we see your art? Take it away, Brittany.
Yeah, so definitely, like I said, Instagram is mainly my big thing. So Instagram is Dohii Mine, DOHIYI Mine. I do have a website, so it's been going on for a month and a half. So the website is Dohii's Mine. So basically Dohii with the S, mine.com. Don't really use Facebook that much, but I gotta start using it now because you found me on there, so I definitely gotta use that. You can just type in the same thing, Dohii's Mine, and I should pop right on up. But yeah, definitely check out my art. Like I said, they're moving and shaking as far as I'm trying to get them in, galleries and stuff like that. So, but if you want something, let me know.
Support the beautiful sister, y'all. You can find me at Cool Rob TV, all caps. You can find me on Facebook as well as Robin Matthews. And for some reason, I've been itching to get on this in the Twitter world. So maybe coming out with a Twitter, y'all. So stay tuned for that. All right, Britt, we down to what we call the last words, right? And I love this part. I love the whole show, but this part right here touches the soul. It's your outgoing message. So take us away. Any last words, Britt?
Yeah, don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Like I said, this pandemic happened for a reason. The world stopped, so what are you doing? Do what you need to do. If you got dreams, try to fulfill them. If you know somebody that has dreams and y'all can connect, do that. This is the time. And then for my art people, I go off of my motto, there's no requirement to art if you believe in your craft. So if you believe in your craft, that's your definition of art. So do that, and that's how I'm gonna roll.
That was beautiful. I always have the same last words, but actually I got something new, y'all. Here we go. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. And no matter what you're doing out here, no matter what you're doing, because Brittany is an example of what I'm getting ready to say. Never give up, Never give up. Never give up. For the beautiful, successful, all that beautiful art in the background, Brittany Erica, and for Cool Rob and Cool Rob and the fam, I always end off every show with Cool Rob was in the building. Over and out. I got to throw the paper, y'all. Over and out, y'all. I don't like the paper. Over and out, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love you. Brittany love you. We love you. Bye-bye. We see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.